All right, let's get started with the introduction for Dindi. Um, both of these charts are in the key of E flat, and that's the most common key that I've played this song in, but if you're playing behind a vocalist, you never can be quite sure what key that it might get called in. It's not a very complicated tune to play in a key that you might not be familiar with. So let's look at it from the perspective of what's going on with the progression, and that's something that can help you be more effective at transposing. So we're going to look at this, the top first 16 bars. I'm looking at the chart that says Dindi with lyrics, and it starts off with an E flat major to a D flat major, and I'm playing an E flat major on the middle 4 strings. I've got my second finger on the 5th string on the 6th fret, the E flat, and then index fingers on the G on the 4th, and D is my 3rd finger on the 3rd string, and G is on my pinky on the 2nd string, middle 4 strings. It does that twice, and then it just slides down a half step. And what happens once you go down this half step, it's what we call a 1-6-2-5-1. If you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's nothing more than a major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, or C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. But instead of using letters or do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, I'll use Roman numerals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is A. C is going to be the 1. A is going to be the 6. It's an A minor. They've got an A minor 9th. Then the D minor. D is the 2. And then the G13 is a dominant chord. That's going to be the 5. So if I remember that this tune's just going to go major down a whole step, major down a whole step, slide down a half step, and do a 1-6-2-5-1. I can slide into that D minor, and it's nice too. When you're playing a 5 chord, you can alter the tones on this. What I did there was that A minor, the chord that's coming right after the A minor is a D minor. I can mutate this A minor into a dominant chord. I can turn it into an A augmented and play a D minor 9th there to this G13 or G7 with a flat sharp 5, flat 9. And if you look at that book, Chord Shapes for Jazz Guitar, or that excerpt, you'll see a lot of voicings of a dominant chord, and in this case they are over the G. So you can look at a bunch of those. They're in there, or download the book and you can work on that. So what's going on with that is E flat, D, E flat, E flat, D flat, C major to the A minor, D minor to the G. Does it twice. On that last time, you would kind of hold it out, and then the tempo starts, and we're into the tune. That 1-6-2-5-1 thing is huge. You want to be able to do that in different positions. I'm going to do it up here. if we were up here and we did like a E flat, D flat, my D minor. So there's a 16251 up here going from a C major on the 7th fret to an A minor on the 12th fret to a D minor. And I went to a diminished chord here. A lot of the chords we play on guitar are like 4-note chords, or sometimes even 3 notes, or I might even play 2 notes, but because they're chord fragments, one fingering can be any number of chords depending on where it lands in a progression. So the good news is that with a few different types of voicings, fingerings, you can cover a lot of ground. You don't have to learn hundreds of different fingerings and a lot of different keys. It's not as complicated as it sounds. So that's good news. That will get you through that introduction. So again, we're going to go E flat to D flat. I'll slide into the D minor. Like a little G7 with a flat 9 just on the top 4 strings. Then we'll do it again. That's where the tempo would begin, and we'd be in letter A. So I'm going to do another video for letter A. Shoot me an email if you have any questions, or and we'll go from there. Thanks.